Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be checking out the upcoming Gacha games for December 2024, the final month. We've had a pretty good year of games, but we do have a few more absolute bangers coming in this month. So I'm going to go through them. If I do miss any, please let me know in the comments and I'll add them to a pinned comment, but let's get into it. So the first game on our list is Girls Frontline 2 Exilium. And before we get into it, I do have to give Girls Frontline 2 a massive shout out for sponsoring this video. And if you do want to download the game now, you can with my link in the description below. Now, what is Girls Frontline 2 Exilium? It is a turn-based, grid-based strategy RPG with all your favorite waifus wielding guns. It is a really good theme, and not only do they have a bunch of well-designed characters, they also have some amazing weapon designs. All your different weapons that you have, whether you have an SMG, a pistol, a sniper rifle, an assault rifle, it doesn't matter what weapon you have. Some have swords. They have customizable skins for the weapons and stuff like that to add that extra layer of customization. Now, when we talk about customization, the game also has a ton of skins that will be coming as well. Now, as I mentioned with the combat, it's grid-based, turn-based, and it is a hell of a lot of fun. Now, it does have some good quality of life with an auto feature, ×3 speed, so you can speed through the things that you don't really stress about and aren't too hard. On top of that, we also have skip functionality so that you can go ahead and skip your daily grinds, get them done ASAP without having to put all that extra time into mundane stages. All in all, this game, in my opinion, is one of the best ones to release this year. And like I said, I will be covering it heavily on the channel because it is just a ton of fun. It's a refreshing combat style for a gacha game, and that is the thing that really defines it. Now, if you are a waifu collector, I know there is a bunch of you out there, then this game has you completely covered because we have a ton, and I mean a ton of skins that are already in the game at launch and also coming in the future, which you can enjoy. And then on top of that, there is the dormitory feature. So if you are a fan of interacting with your different waifus in the game, seeing what they do in their day-to-day life, you can jump into the dormitory and spend some time with them. But like I said, for me, it is the combat. It's something more original than we haven't seen in a while from gacha games, and I thoroughly enjoy the combat system, whether it be the fact that you've got different resources to manage, the cooldowns on your skills, you've got different amounts of stability on your characters that you can manipulate to avoid damage, you've got the positioning, there's just so much to it. So it's a great combination of really deep manual gameplay on stages where you actually need to do it, and then really good quality of life in any of the other stages where you don't really have to. So all in all, I am really enjoying this game, and I hope you guys can too. And once again, a massive shout out to Girls Frontline 2 for sponsoring this video. And if you do want to download the game, I will have a link in the description below. Next up on the list is a game that released towards the end of last month, and that is King Arthur Legends Rise. Now, this game has been through an absolute roller coaster of releases. As I mentioned last month, I think I last did a sponsor on this game maybe like 3 or so years ago when it was getting run by Kabam. They abandoned it. Netmarble have taken over it. They went into soft launch. We were worried that it was going to be another 3-year soft launch, but it has officially launched globally. So if you do enjoy this aesthetic of game, I think you will definitely enjoy King Arthur. Nice turn-based game. I really do enjoy these style of games, and I probably would have played it if I just didn't have so many games that I am playing currently. So it just came out at a really bad time for me personally, but it is definitely one if you're not as into all the anime waifu type hero collectors. This is definitely something different that can scratch the itch of that more medieval type feel with King Arthur and a bunch of heroes out of mythology and history. So that's King Arthur Legends Rise. Next up is Go Muffin. Now, this game is releasing, I've seen different things between December 3 and 4. By the time you see this video, it may already be out. But what is this game? This is kind of like the sequel to Ooh La La. Now, I don't think there's any connection in story, but it is the Ooh La La idle adventure style of game where it's an idle game. You get to choose your class, you get to evolve that class and go and develop it. It will have different form changes. You can choose male or female, all that stuff. And then it's an idle game, but you team up with other players to go ahead and defeat stages. And it's honestly a really cool style of game. If you never played Ooh La La, I definitely recommend jumping into this one. It's an idle game, but it's an idle game with kind of MMO aspects would be the way I describe it. I really did enjoy Idle Adventure when it came out, like I want to say about 5 years ago, and they're just doing the same thing, probably enhancing a bunch of the features. I haven't played this one through the betas. I didn't have time, and I may not have time to play it at launch just because we've got Girls Frontline 2 pretty much on the same day, but it is another game that is releasing, and it's something definitely a little bit different. So if you like what you see, you can go ahead and play this one as well, but there are just so many good games coming out that it is tough to fit in every game that is releasing. But that is Go Muffin, probably already out now by the time you see this video. Next up, we have a game that just goes pretty much over my head, but it is releasing on December 5th, and I've seen a lot of people excited about this one, and that is Infinity Nikki. Now, I had to actually sit down and watch a YouTube video of someone explaining what the game was to me so that I could give you guys a TLDR in this video, because I had no idea. The takeaway from me, and once again, you guys can jump into this game and check it out yourselves and let me know, the basic idea is it kind of feels like your open world RPG, think Genshin style, where you can explore, you can jump around, you can float around, all that sort of stuff, but you're not summoning different characters. You all play as the one main character, who I believe's name is Nikki, but I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm not too in-depth on it. And essentially, when you do your gacha pulls, you're pulling for outfits, and you're using the outfits to go around to different challenges and get like different stats from the outfits and show them off. Once again, I'm not too deep into this. You guys let me know in the comments if I'm wrong about that. But that seems like pretty much what it is. Now, it doesn't look like there's any combat. There's quote-unquote combat in like mini-game type of combat, but you don't have like a bunch of abilities and stuff. You're more just left-clicking, right-clicking by the looks. And yeah, I think it's about playing as the main character, exploring an overworld, and getting outfits. Now, I may sound like an idiot when I'm talking about this because it doesn't connect with me on a personal level, but I know there are tons of people excited about it. So if you are one of those people that are just interested in what this is, hey, it's another game to check out. Once again, on December 5th, everything coming out at once. That's Infinity Nikki. And now I have one more game that I want to mention here. And like I said, there may be more coming towards the end of the month, but everything that I know of is coming early on in the month, probably because leading up to Christmas, not the greatest time to be launching around Christmas when people are busy. You'd rather get it in their minds early, so they're obsessed with it by the time Christmas comes around. But if you guys do have any others, let me know. The last thing I wanted to mention is just that we have had the CN closed beta of Neverness to Everness. Now, this game I was really impressed with in the beta. It was only a very short beta, but what I was most impressed with in this game was the storytelling. It's an open world action RPG. Think of everything else you've played along the way with its own little spice on it. You know, you think about your Genshins, your Wuthering Waves, you know, it's all that same sort of core model, but they spice it up a little bit, and it's got that whole Grand Theft Auto city type vibe, which I do really like as a setting. But I think this game, the big thing that set it apart was the way it tells its story. Just felt really good in both while you were learning the story gameplay wise, and keep in mind this was in CN with no subtitles, so I couldn't understand it, but just the visuals and the way they present it with camera angles and the attention to detail was fantastic. So I think this is definitely one to watch out for. Neverness to Everness, once again, they had the beta. I did put a full like little first impressions over on my other channel, which I will also leave linked in the description if you want to go and check it out. But that covers all the games coming for December that I know of. Once again, if there are more, please let me know in the comments. I'll make a big comment. If there's anything really spicy, I'll go ahead and make a video on it. But as always, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.